never feel the way I feel. You don't know if my love is real. Baby, listen.
Hi guys, welcome back. All right, today I want to talk to you guys about business again. Gosh, I don't know why I'm going down so much of the business route. But anyway, yeah. I want to talk to you about some business ideas that we had before we came to Ghana. Very interesting. The last video that I did on the Airbnb, I had some really interesting comments on there. I think the comment that I found the most interesting was the person that says that why am I basically exposing the small business, like people in Ghana, basically, I'm paraphrasing here, you can tell by the way I'm talking, I'm paraphrasing. So basically the person said to me that why is it that the small business that, you know, people are trying to do here, why do I have to go and expose it so that foreigners can come and be taking those businesses away from the people? And that comment, I found it quite peculiar because, I mean, Airbnb is not really, it's not like a hidden thing that nobody knows about. Airbnb is wide. I mean, it's not just Airbnb, as someone else rightly pointed out, you know, there's Airbnb, there's loads of different other rental markets that you can go into, you know, like it's not something that is, oh my gosh, this is amazing, we never thought about doing this. I'm sure it's crossed most people's mind, but I just wanted to give a bit more, when I did the video, I just wanted to give a bit more insight into what it was like to do it from this end. And yeah, that's basically what I wanted to do. So I found that comment quite peculiar, but I mean, for the most part, most of you were quite receptive to it. Some of you actually thought that it was a really good idea and you wanted to look into it more. So anyway, so just kind of like bouncing off from that, basically, I thought I'd do this kind of like follow-up video, if that makes sense. It's not really a follow-up video, but it's along the same lines. So I wanted to talk to you about some business ideas that we had since coming to Ghana, because honestly, we've been here so long now and we've had quite a journey when it comes to finance, that's for sure. And so I wanted to share some of the ideas that we had, and some of these ideas that we had were actually really good. The problem that we had was that we never acted on it fast enough, because for us the ideas felt so simple that they felt too easy. Like, this is too easy, it can't work, it's too easy. And I feel like sometimes we overcomplicate things. I mean, if you have been in the West at any point in your life, I mean, that's your template of things that you can do over here. You can basically mirror match whatever you want right here. And so some of the ideas we had were because of some of the things that we'd seen, and some of the things we just thought, well, there's like really easy things that you could just do here. And but there's a fly here, stop troubling me. Yeah, so yeah, some of these ideas we just didn't act fast enough on, and it can't be done now because they've already been done for some reason or another. And another reason that anyway, I'll go into that. Sorry, I'm talking really jumbled up at the moment. Please stick with me. I'll fix up. Okay, so the first idea that we had, the first ever idea we had before we even moved to Ghana, when we came for holiday, the last holiday that we came before we actually made the permanent move here, was to do a slush puppy business. Oh my gosh, I think we only told one person about this business idea that we had at the time, and we were saying that, yeah, we wanted to do this slush puppy business because the profit margin is so great. Because honestly, when you do a slush puppy business, your overheads are so low, honestly, because think about it, slush puppy is literally just iced water, a little bit of syrup, and you need a cup and straws. It's not that much. I mean, that your profit margin within making a slush puppy is something crazy, like at least 80% your profit margin. I mean, it's crazy. You know, obviously you have to pay for staff if you're gonna have staff and all of that. You have to pay rental and all of that. Yes, we know about those, but from the actual making of the slush puppy, your profit margin is huge. It's one of the best things that you can go into. It's such a small business, but it has such great profit margin on it. And at the time we had the idea, like I said, we told one person and they were like, yeah, that could work. I mean, the response we got, it wasn't a negative response, but it wasn't a response. It was like, yeah, guys, go and do it. It could absolutely work. I think maybe if we had got that kind of a response, it would have been like, we're doing it. But we didn't get, the response we got was not a bad one. It was just a kind of like, okay, yeah, that could work. And so we were like, maybe it could work, maybe it couldn't work. But the business that we wanted to open up was going to be predominantly slush puppies, and then we were going to do other things, so like a bit of like a candy shop for children, because I know that when I was a child, seeing those candies in the glass bottles was just like the most amazing thing ever. And so you'd go and you'd ask for, oh, can I have a quarter of this, can I have half of this, or whatever, and they'll put it in a bag for you, and you'd just walk away feeling so happy. So we kind of wanted to create that kind of like candy store effect, and we wanted to actually hire a pitch within the Accra Mall. That's what we wanted to do, because at the time, I mean, we didn't really know that much about Ghana, but that was the only thing that we saw at Accra Mall, where you get quite a lot of passing trade. So that's what we thought about doing. But for one reason or another, we didn't do it. We didn't act on it fast enough. Then we're like, should we, shouldn't we, should we, shouldn't we? And then I had this whole other thing where I don't really like to be tied to one place. So for me, if I was going to do something like that, I would have to get someone to be able to run it for me. So it would have to be a thing where I could just pop in. Just because of my character, I can't stay in one place all the time. It would just do my nutting. I just can't. I guess that's why I'm not really necessarily suited to a 9 to 5. Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, I can't do it because it just does my nutting. It's just not for me personally. I know that the working day for some people that works and they're happy with that, but for me, I can't. It will drive me up the wall. For my mental health, my mental sanity, I can't do that. I've done it, I've tried it. It doesn't work for me. That's not for me. So for me, if I was to do something like that, I'd have to have someone that I could trust to sit there, and I would pop in every now and again. So that was going to be another issue for us if we decided that we wanted to go down that route. But honestly, I think it would have been a great idea. Right now, there are different places that are doing slush puppies, so I feel like that kind of idea, you could still do it if you wanted to, but it's not going to be like a new concept now, whereas at the time we were doing, no one that I had ever seen in Ghana, those 8 years ago or 9 years ago, was doing slush puppies at all here. That was like a foreign thing. And I think the idea sprung to mind one day when we came to Ghana, and I was so hot, and I was like, I didn't want fan yogurt, I didn't want anything creamy. I just wanted a slush puppy so badly. I was like, oh, why can't I just find a slush puppy? Because, you know, in the UK, whenever it's hot, you can just get a slush puppy. Go and get a slush puppy. You know, it's so easy to get your hands on. Or like a really nice chilled ice lolly, and that's what I wanted, and I couldn't get it, and so I was so frustrated. And so that's where that idea came from. So it was such a natural idea. I guess it was one of those things where you had a problem, and that was the way to solve it. So that was one of the ideas that we had. Another idea that we had was to actually do a coconut stand. Oh my gosh, yes, there are coconut stands all over Ghana, we know that. But what we actually wanted to do was actually get the coconuts, bottle them, as you can see, it's everywhere now, bottle it, but we wanted to flavor the coconuts. So you could have like pineapple coconut water, you could have orange coconut water. You could do it like, we wanted to like make it, kind of, what's the words I'm looking for? We wanted to make it so you had like different varieties, so not just plain coconut water. You could have a mix. You could have ginger pineapple coconut water. We wanted to like play with the mixes and really make it really kind of like different. I don't think anybody's still even done that. Not that I've seen it anyway. Perhaps I just haven't seen it, but I've not personally seen it. But lots of people are doing like bottles of coconut water now. It's all kind of like all over the place, but we really wanted to do that. We wanted to make the hut so it felt really like kind of like that nice feel, so have like a wooden hut and have the things flowing and all that. You know, that was one of the ideas that we had. We didn't go through with that because, why didn't we do that? I think the reason we didn't do it is because then we started getting heavily into the building project, and we just didn't have the time to focus on the two things. It would have been too much. So because I feel like if you're going to do a business, you need to be able to focus on that business. If you're gonna do something, you need to be able to focus on that business. And honestly, the house would have pulled us in so many different directions, as it has been doing. So our focus couldn't have really been there. By the time we're probably ready to think about maybe doing something like that, it's the whole place is saturated with bottled coconut water anyway. So again, that was another nice low-cost business idea that we had. And the third idea that we had was also to do one of these. Because we saw it on TV, I was watching TV, and I saw this, you know, these giant balloon ball things that you can go in. It's like a game, so it's like an event thing that you can do. So you can hire it out to people where you actually get inside the air. I'll have to drop a picture because I'm not explaining it very well. You get inside the big massive ball, and then you kind of like, you can play football, you can knock other people down, and you can have teams, you can do so many things with these balls. So basically that was another idea we had. We had that idea probably about a year and a half ago, something like that, to do something like that. We actually looked into it. I looked into where I could get the balls wholesale, and we were thinking about how we were going to set it up. Like that one and the Slush Puppy were the two closest ideas that we had, honestly, because we actually looked into the cost side of being able to do this. So we had got as far as looking at the costings, how much it would cost to hire out the balls, how we're going to make it work, if it was going to be just for parties or if we were going to have a place where people could come to. We were just we're trying to kind of like work out the different ways that we could make this situation work. Again, it didn't happen. Again, same reason as the coconut stand, which was because of the building. So these are just little ideas that we've had, but there were ideas that actually really could have worked, and probably a couple of them we probably still could do. We've had loads of ideas, but I'm not going to spill them all out here because perhaps some of them will still use. I don't know, never know. But yeah, I think sometimes if you've got an idea for a business in mind, don't overcomplicate it, because it's so easy to do that. Just kind of run with your idea, especially if it's a small business. I mean, if it works, it works, and that's brilliant. If it doesn't work, I mean, you haven't lost a whole thing out of it, you know. Or you can even pivot at your idea. You know, there's so many things that you can do here. I think that sometimes it's overcomplicated unnecessarily, and it doesn't need to be that way. So yeah, I just thought I'd share those ideas with you, just so that you can kind of get a feel for some of these small ideas that can work. Think about the things that frustrate you that you can easily fix with something so simple. I mean, like I said, Slush Puppy is just such a simple thing. It was a problem, it was irritating me, and that was the solution, to just create the thing that was irritating me. So if you have an idea, if you have ideas, I'd love to hear them in the comment section. If you've had an idea that you've wanted to implement in Ghana, but maybe you've been too scared or you're not quite sure how to do it, I'd love to hear about it in the comment section. Or if you've tried an idea here and it didn't work, I would also love to hear that in the comment section, because I'd love to go into the reason as to why it didn't work for you. Perhaps do you feel that maybe your idea was ahead of the time, or do you feel that I don't know, it just didn't work because of, you know, I don't know, various different problems outside of your control, whatever it is, I don't know. Oh, here goes the nose again. Oh, I always have a serious issue with this. Whenever it's like there's pollen in the air, my nose really does start itching. But anyway, we're at the end of the video, so I can go off and rub my nose now, I guess. But anyway, guys, that is it. If you haven't already subscribed, please, guys, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the notification bell. Don't forget to also do me a favor and like, comment, and share this video for me. Until next time, I am out.